Let's talk about Davante Adams. What do you make of this whole situation going on in Vegas?
It's a little surprising. It's surprising because you have two football players. I mean, Antonio, Coach Pierce, head coach for the Raiders, that's a football player. Certainly Devonte Adams is a football player. And I know they had a bond that helped get Antonio Pierce that head coaching job. So I thought that Antonio Pierce, even in the midst of any conversation that's going on regarding Devonte Adams, would at least reach out and have a conversation with him. So I'm a little surprised. Knowing Antonio and knowing the kind of guy he is, that they haven't had a conversation. Hey, Devonte Adams understands the business. He's been traded before. So that's how he got to the Raiders. He understands when he looks at the current landscape of the Raiders that he's a valuable commodity to some teams that are contending. I know Devonte loves being with his family, being home, but I also know he'll probably love the right opportunity to win a ring also and get a championship.
That raises a really interesting point, the opportunity to win a ring, because one of the rumors that has been swirling about is with the recent injury. I know, I'm going to say it.
Don't say it.
Let me tell you something. I don't think...
It makes football unfair. It makes football unfair.
Well, and I'll tell you something. When I heard the chitter-chatter about, the Chiefs might be interested in Devonte, the first thing I thought of is that in that coffin, Al Davis must be like whacking the top of it saying, don't you dare send him to the Chiefs.
Al Davis, I'll be whacking the top of that casket. I'm going to tell you right now, everybody's going to be whacking the top of a casket because it'll kill us all. It will kill us all if they send Devonte Adams to the Chiefs.
Can't fathom they will.
It will be over. Let me tell you why. And Chiefs have a particular problem here. And you can't just go, even though Andy Reid is so great at picking up any players, and fitting their skill set into his game plan to make them valuable. You ever notice how other teams can't do that? Other teams can't find players like a Juju Smith-Schuster, guys that are not doing much and still incorporate them in a big way into their game plan. Guys like Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, those guys can do that because they're great offensive-minded guys. So yeah, you go and get a Devonte Adams because that's what they need. Is a Devonte Adams. They need a talented receiver that really can win on the outside. You still got Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, and Hollywood Brown now are your deep threats. So you got that established. What you need is a good, strong outside guy, like Rashid Rice was, that can also play inside and understand the game, and that is perfectly Devonte Adams. If you give him Devonte Adams, it's no longer a fair fight. It's not. I would call that cheating. That's just cheating. You cannot send the Chiefs Devonte Adams.
So what's your gut telling you? It's going to be Devonte Adams to the Chiefs?
No, I don't know if the Raiders can do that. If he was anywhere else, boy, that would be a scary thought. But there are other guys out there that I say could fit in with what the Chiefs are doing. But Devonte probably the best, because you don't need just, you got the Michael Thomas and all of those guys. But those guys are basically slot guys. The Chiefs need an outside guy that can win outside. And Devonte, the Amari Coopers, guys that you heard that are unhappy, those kind of guys can really be devastating if they were over with the Chiefs.
Check out new episodes of What the Football with Suzy Shuster and Amy Trask every Tuesday. Watch us on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page or follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.